Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, August 4th, 2025, we're diving deep into Meta platforms, ticker Meta, to dissect the latest news and what the charts are telling us. Recent headlines are buzzing with Meta's Q2 earnings report, which significantly exceeded expectations, showcasing robust ad growth and successful AI investments. This stellar performance has sent Meta stock soaring, with reports of a massive 12% jump in price just a few days ago. Looking at our daily chart, you can clearly see the dramatic impact of this news around July 31st, 2025, when the stock gapped up and soared to new heights, marking a new 52-week high. The market is particularly optimistic about Meta's continued operating margin expansion and its aggressive pursuit of AI-powered smart glasses and other wearable devices, aiming to challenge competitors like Apple. Let's zoom into the daily chart to pinpoint the exact moment of this significant price action. Here, we can observe the July 30th candle closing at $695.21. Then, a dramatic gap-up occurred, opening the July 31st candle at $775.20, representing the reported 12% surge from the previous day's close. This single candle also established a new 52-week high at $784.75, which now acts as a critical resistance level. However, following this massive move, the August 1st candle saw a sharp pullback, closing significantly lower at $750.01, with a low reaching $745.31. This indicates some profit-taking and uncertainty after such an explosive rise. The area around $690 to $700, which was previously a resistance zone, has now been convincingly broken and could act as a strong support level if the price were to retrace further. To truly appreciate the volatility around the earnings announcement, let's switch to the 15-minute chart, focusing on the evening of July 30th. Observe the candle ending at 1942 Universal Time Coordinated on July 30th, just before the news hit, with a close of approximately $693.85. The very next 15-minute candle, starting at 1957 Universal Time Coordinated, shows an immediate and massive jump, spiking up to a high of $761 on extremely high volume. This rapid ascent continued over the subsequent candles, pushing the price quickly towards the $780 mark within hours. This hypervolatile period highlights the immediate market reaction to the unexpectedly strong earnings, with traders aggressively buying into the positive news. The substantial volume accompanying these moves underscores strong conviction from market participants, but also the potential for quick reversals if momentum shifts. Now, let's examine the 1-hour chart to gain a clearer perspective on the immediate post-earnings price action and the recent rebound. After the initial surge and subsequent retreat from the $784.75 peak on July 31st, we saw a significant dip on August 1st, where the stock found support around $745. This $745 level is crucial as it represents the first major test of support after the massive gap up. The price has since shown resilience, with today's activity, August 4th, 2025, indicating a bounce back towards the $760 to $765 range, as highlighted by current market data. This recovery suggests that despite the initial profit-taking, bullish sentiment remains strong, driven by the underlying positive fundamentals of Meta's business and its AI initiatives. Maintaining above the $750 level on this time frame would reinforce a positive short-term outlook. Returning to the daily chart, let's recap the critical levels and what to watch for in Meta's trajectory. The all-time high of $784.75 established on July 31st is the immediate resistance level that bulls will aim to break. A sustained break above this could open the door for a test of psychological levels, potentially towards $800 or even $1,000, as some analysts suggest could happen in 2025. The immediate support to watch is the $745 to $750 zone, representing the low of August 1st and the current consolidation area. Below this, the $690 to $700 range, which was the previous resistance and breakout point, would become the next significant support. Reasons to be bullish include Meta's strong Q2 earnings, robust advertising growth, and strategic investments in AI, particularly for recommendation models and new hardware like smart glasses. User growth reversal is another positive sign, indicating healthier core platforms. However, potential bearish scenarios could emerge if the stock fails to hold the $745 support, perhaps due to broader market corrections or unexpected negative news. Competition from Apple in the wearable space, despite Meta's aggressive push, could also introduce headwinds. In the short term, watch for sustained trading above $760, signaling a continuation of the upward momentum. For long-term investors, the narrative around AI and new product development will be key. Any major announcements on AI-powered wearables or further margin expansion could provide additional catalysts. Conversely, a breakdown below $745 with high volume would signal a potential short-term reversal, indicating that profit takers are gaining control. Always keep an eye on overall market sentiment and tech sector performance, as these can heavily influence individual stock movements. Look for continuous positive news flow regarding Meta's AI advancements and user engagement to reinforce the bullish case. The next earnings report will, of course, be another pivotal event for the stock.